Hello YouTube, this is Louis Antrans, aka Andre5, aka Louis JM. I'm back in Hawthorne, New Jersey, where I'm going to give you an updated tour of Billy's Midway Arcade. Now, I have been to this arcade before, years ago, but I never got around to chance to get back to it due to its location. Trust me, driving back here is a bit of a pain in the ass if you don't have your dad around. But here I am. And even after a pandemic and all that, at least it's it definitely has, at least it's still operating even to this point. So today I'm going to show you what's been updated and any new games that they got. So why don't we get started, shall we? Yep, just as you can see, it looks like a lot has changed since I was last here. Definitely something worth mentioning. So why don't we get started taking a look at what they got. Looks like they have here a shootout soccer game, or is it football? Pretty retro, actually. Of course, they got a big choice train machine with all these plushies. And over here we have the Super Chex Blues Hockey.
I did it! No! Stab it!
And over here we have Shuffle In with pinball machine with a nice little ski bowling thing. Now this here is kind of interesting. It looks like this is computer space. I haven't seen a game like this before. And
get that out of here!
only time I saw it was like in the 70s, like in like a bit of a pinball museum, like a little museum of multimedia. It's off right now, but if you want it on, you have to talk to the assistant. You might want to check it out when I have the chance. Anyways, let's continue on. Over here we have Tron, and we have everything up here, all Tron related. Now that the TV should be playing Tron as well, either the original or Legacy. And I heard that there's going to be a new movie coming out, so that could be something to work with. Tron. Then we have Satan's Hollow, with the same type of format as that of Tron. Then we got Galaga. Space Invaders. Then we get Up and Down, which looks like something out of those old Herbie movies, I believe. Definitely is quite unique gameplay because you can jump over trucks or just take down trucks. Gotta admit, that's kind of cool. But it looks like it had a commando screen there too, because I see like a bit of an upplay there. Eh, whatever. Then we got Frogger. Then here's Burger Time, which is currently out of order at the moment. Then there's Golden T98. It looks like you can have a hold-on challenge. Makes sense. Then we have like a slew of cocktail cabinets right here. Some of them might have like classic games and the like. I could see like a Space Invaders. I think this looks like Space Invaders 2. Definitely here's Capcom Bowling. We have Missile Commando, Track and Field, and I think it's based. Looks like Hyper Sports. Now this here looks interesting. This is like a pinball cocktail. It says here Roy Clark the Entertainer. Look, it's out of order now, but if it was on, it would be interesting to play around with, that's for sure. I'm going to give you a quick check on the games on the cocktail area here too. It doesn't look like it's... Okay, so this doesn't look like it's Space Invaders 2. This is called Astro Laser. Makes sense. And I think this one's offline. It says Moonlander. Makes sense. Over here we have Super Cobra, which is mostly a helicopter shoot 'em up. Basically pre-R-Type, I believe. Then we got Berserk. Bagman, which is basically your objective is to get as much cash as possible without avoiding any obstacles. Looks kind of cool. And then we have Arkanoid.
On your mark.
Jungle King, which looks to me like you're trying to race up to the top while avoiding the rocks through jumping and skipping. And of course, you gotta have to save, I think, a damsel in distress too. So, yeah, that's a couple of reasons. And over here we have Phoenix, one of those Gallagher clones. Time Pilot. Here's G-Rex. And then we got Buster Bros, which I believe is like some kind of shoot 'em up where you have to shoot as many balloons as possible without touching them. I guess it kind of makes sense. Definitely a unique, tough gameplay, but hey, it is what it is, am I right? Then over here we have Star Wars. It's hard to see because the screen's a little black, but it's operational, just to let you know. Then we got the Zybots, which I believe is one of those move them up, move them around, and shoot them up, like similar to Berserk or any other, or Robotron. That's kind of cool. And over here we have Sports Zone, which is like a pinball gumbo thing. I don't think it's a gumbo, but I think you know what I mean. And this here is like something called Match the Scoot. I don't think it's playable, but it does look like that it's it looks like some kind of luck type game, I believe. It's really hard to tell. Could be circa 1940s for all I know. That's quite a unique forefront. And of course we have this one here. We have Skill Shot, which is basically Village with a Village arcade game. And of course, object of this game is to use this to shoot the ball in the green line. I don't know how that works, but definitely has a unique premise. At least from what I could put together. Then we have this here called Two Tigers, which from Valley Midway. And as far and from what I could put together, I do believe it has something to do with jet shoot 'em ups. At least from what I understand. Yeah, it definitely has that feel to it too. So definitely a fun thing to do. Continuing on, we have Blasteroids. Then over here we have Asteroids, so both Blasteroids and Asteroids back to back. That's kind of cool. And of course we got another back to back one here in both Centipede and Millipede. Then this here's Kangaroo from Atari. Basically one of those Donkey Kong clones where you're a kangaroo punching up a lot of people and trying to save your child, by the looks of it too. I guess that makes sense. Then we have Dig Dug. And right here we have Tetris. Now this one's a new one I haven't seen. This here is called Arlington Horse Racing. So basically, it's an arcade game focusing on horse races. I mean, I've seen arcades like this before in a much more modern take, but I never seen one in a classic arcade format. At least from what I understand. I guess it's more redemption as well too, judging by the ticket thing. Definitely something to look into. Then we have Shoplifter, which is mostly another one of those flying shooters. Definitely similar to Super Cobra as well. Interesting. Then this here is Marvin's Maze. I never heard of this one before. And looking at this, I think the purpose is mostly trying to escape a maze. Really unique, to say the least, but hey, I'm not complaining. Just the idea of a arcade involving trying to escape a maze while, I guess, avoiding baddies makes sense. Or collecting items. So basically, Pac-Man in a certain sense. Then we have Megazone, which is kind of similar to those Raptor games, only it's more of a tank than that of a jet fighter. I mean, how is it possible this thing tanks can actually swim in water? It makes zero sense when you think about it. Now we get on to the recent one of the classics I know of. We have Moon Patrol, Defender, Joust, Robotron, Sinistar. And no arcade is complete without your classic Simpsons, which I've been hearing that they might be ending the show. I have no recollection, but it does feel like it, considering how the longevity that series has. But hey, I'm not the one to complain about it, so as long as people enjoy it, I'm okay with it. Now here we have Karate Champ. We Are Kung Fu, or is it Yeah Are Kung Fu? Really strange title, but it's kind of similar to Karate Champ, which is you're just kicking people around to become the best. That's somewhat interesting. Anyways, going on, we have Double Dragon, Zaxxon, Congo Bongo, which looks like I do believe this is like, wait, that's Space Invaders. This is not Congo Bongo. What the hell? Huh, talk about a weird one. Looks like it says here Congo Bongo Multicade, so as far as I'm concerned, they have Congo Bongo here, but it's playing Space Invaders and you have to switch it up. I don't know how you're gonna switch it up though. Whatever. Then we have back-to-back Mr. Do's, from the original to something called Wild Ride, which I suppose it's a bit more extreme as far as I'm concerned. Definitely has work to it. Yeah, it definitely has a lot of craziness. Looks like something similar to Donkey Kong too. Interesting. We have Russian Attack, which is, I think this is kind of similar to from that Nintendo Power Choice game where you run and beat up people. Alright, that makes sense, supposedly. Now right here we have Black Tiger. I think I got a walkthrough tour of that in yesterday's, which I'm going to plan on posting, but basic premises is like medieval times type stuff, and it is a type of stuff, and definitely takes place in medieval times in some certain form or fashion. Really would want to, you might get more information on the next video, but as you can see in the playthrough, you're just going around trying to beat up bad guys. Kind of like in a Castlevania type of environment in a way. Really interesting, to be honest. Then we got here Punch Out with the 2 double screens. Classic 2 double screens as well. And then we have Play Choice, that has like a collection of games. They include Mario's Open Golf, Mario Brothers 3, Dr. Mario, Mega Man 3, Techno Ball, and Baseball, with 3 more slots not even there. And of course, you gotta have the collection of Nintendo cabinets. So we have the Popeye one. Then we got Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Jr. And of course the Fix-It Felix Jr. cabinet from the Wreck-It Ralph films that has the same Nintendo cabinet premise as anything else. Of course, over here we have the air hockey table, a classic air hockey table as well, so it is what it is. And then we have Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, and Baby Pac-Man. So all 4 Pac-Man games all rolled up into one little section right here. Definitely something cool worth mentioning. And of course, no arcade is complete without its good collection of pinball machines. And wow, this is a lot of good pinball machines right here. I'm gonna have to get started on fixing what they got. We have an actual Pac-Man pinball. I remember seeing these a couple of times. Then we have Future Spa. Bally's Old Chicago. Then we have Captain Fantastic with Elton John. Air Aces. Flying Carpet. We have this Nibs arcade cab. Never even heard of that. Hollywood. And Dealer's Choice. Heading to the arcades here, we have this one called Victory Road, which is basically Smash TV. Definitely has that strange bizarreness to it as well. Could either be a shooter or sword fighter. Really weird. But hey, it's nice to see stuff like this around here. Then we have here Fastball, which is like a baseball pinball. Pretty big one too, to be honest. Next we have Strikes and Spares. Teed Off. Fireball. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. A good classic in Taxi. Comet. Bally's Game Show. And over here we have this here called Williams Lulu, which is a kind of a weird combination. And like the first arcade cabinet I showed you, you need to ask for assistance to turn it on so you can play it. Roadshow with the classic 2 heads. Dirty Harry. Wow. Every arcade. We must have mostly every arcade around here, do we? And of course they got the Hook pinball machine. We have Laser War. Go-God. firepower. And next to that we have Meteor. So basically some pinballs I've heard of and some pinballs I don't. That's quite a neat collection. So continuing on, we have here this circus one, which is out of order, unfortunately. But they have Tough Turf, which I think could be similar to Final Fight, supposedly. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, it definitely has a Final Fight vibe to it. Then we got WWF WrestleFest. And of course we have Revolution X starring Aerosmith, which they are currently retired, so their music and the game can live on forever. Then we got NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Then over here we have Marvel vs. Capcom. Mortal Kombat 2. And then we have Mortal Kombat 3. And this looks like some kind of party room or something around here. It's really hard to tell. But I see like a couple of interesting games here. We have a classic Pong, we have Tekken 3, Raider. Then we got Area 51, Dodgeball, Final Lab, Neo Geo, and I think there's a Bailey's Midway minicab here. All of them are off though. I'm pretty sure they're saving it for another time, but I could also see tons of memorabilia and everything else, so this is going to be, that's quite a thing going on. I also see like a Germany 2 Judgment Day cabinet as well behind there, and I think that's a Whirlwind. It's really hard to tell. It's good they turned it on so I could take a look, so it is what it is. And next we have X-Men vs. Street Fighter, which is strange when they should have it across the way from Marvel vs. Capcom, because those are both Capcom games. But hey, it is what it is. Then we got Virtual Fighter, Midway's Open Ice, and of course we're getting to the nitty-gritty with most of the racing games around here. So here's Off-Road. Then we got this hang-on motorcycle game from Sega, which is mostly pole position, but with motorcycles. Outrun, a good classic. Then we have Sega's Afterburner. Teed Off, which has a bit of an anime feel to it. Then we got Cruising USA. California Speed. Off-Road Thunder. 2 cabs of Rush 2045 with one not working at the moment. And finally we have Hard Driving, which just has a uniquely cool cabinet, which you sit down and enjoy it. That's kind of awesome when you think about it. Oh, it is what it's kind of cool. So I think that's it for the tour. I must say, this is a much bigger improvement from when I was here last time. Believe it or not, when someone from karate told me about this place, I was like, okay, I might as well give it a shot to see what it looks like. And while it was okay at best, I never thought it was, I don't know if it was going to last this long, but now, after the last time I was here, it's got quite the natural feel to it. Plus, with its wide variety of pinballs and arcade games, there's a lot for everybody. And of course, that party zone definitely has its unique charm to it. So, recommendation? Of course. I mean, it is a good old-fashioned arcade game and definitely fun to enjoy. So, if you're in the New Jersey area, head on over to Hawthorne and check out this place located in the second floor of a building in Lafayette Avenue. So that's for the tour. Hope you guys enjoy it. Stay for more videos and see you all next time. Hashtag Road the Good Cartoons.